Yesterday I was clever and wanted to change the world. Today I'm wise and wanted to change myself.
That's a good one.
Okay, so, hi everybody, I'm Vera.
Hi, I'm
Did
Christina.
we forget to say that the last video?
No.
Okay, good. All right. Today we're here to answer more questions from our viewers,
Yes.
and we have a question from Christine K.
Okay.
And she is asking, this is a very good question, how do we find out, chart our exit points?
That is a good one.
Yeah, so you want to explain what an exit point first is?
Absolutely. An exit point is, we usually chart 5 of them. That's an average life chart. We'll have 5 exit points. And that's a point in our life that we have allotted ourselves to leave this life. So it could be many different things: car accident, an illness, what have you. And then of course our last one will be number 5 is usually the one, obviously, that we would take, but we usually have either a 7-year window before or after that exit point that we could take.
Our very
that we
last
could
one.
take it in. Yeah.
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
You might have to cut this out.
Oh,
But why am I getting 7 exit points?
maybe we have 7 exit points.
I don't know. I keep going.
Because you know
I have
what?
7.
There's so many things that we learned when we were at Sylvia's office that we've learned through Angus, new information. So the 5 was in the past that we learned there. But from him, we've learned things that are added to the information.
Right, yeah.
So maybe he's telling you that no,
We
it's
have
7, or
7.
is it 7 for yours? Or is it 7 for many people? What are you feeling?
I'm just getting that we have 7. Not that it's just mine.
That's cool. Kind of makes sense too, especially with the 7-year window. 2 sevens.
Yeah, huh? 7,
Yeah.
7, 7s.
Yeah,
That is so strange.
that's
Because
really
when
cool.
you're saying that, I'm going,
I
why
like
don't
that.
we have 7?
That's great.
So, that's interesting.
I love working with Vera because she gets this information from Angus, and it's building on what we had learned before.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
We have 7.
So what's really neat about that, Christine, is that if you think about your life and different things that might have happened in the past up until this point, there might be something here or there that stands out to you as a possible exit point. It's something that you could have easily died in, but you didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I can think of some for Vera, like when you had breast cancer.
Oh, breast cancer. Yeah, I could have taken that
You
exit.
know?
Yeah.
I almost drowned when I was a kid.
Yeah. And there's some that are like really, you think, sometimes you think that, but it's really not an exit point.
I know, I always do think that. Like,
Yeah,
what
but
was
it
your
could-
breast cancer an exit point?
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it, it
But-
might not have been for somebody
Right.
else, But because I had stage 4, and it was like an aggressive cancer, and so they told me, because I didn't want to do chemo, and I'm saying that just for me, I just didn't want to do it, that go home and die. That's basically what I was told.
Thank you for not going home and dying.
You're welcome. But there are times where people, one of our viewers actually had mentioned to me that, and it was on Facebook, be very careful walking across the street because I was almost hit by a car. And, be careful, pedestrians, motorists are supposed to look out for us, but they don't always do that.
Wow.
Well, little did he know, that was an exit point.
Wow, just gives
And
me the
he
chills.
never thought that it was. He was just telling people, be careful walking across the street.
Wow.
Yeah, so it could be something as nothing,
Wow.
and it was an exit point. And you could be in a horrific car
Wow.
accident, and it's not an exit point.
Wow, that's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
It is.
Yeah, so it's kind of like you never know.
You know what's interesting too is that my mom, they had told her a long time ago that she had 8 exit points
Mm-hmm.
because her life was pretty hard, and so she had a lot of opportunities to go. And that kind of makes a little bit more sense to me because it's like, you just got, and then we have 7. So it's just like one more added in there for her.
Yeah. Or maybe, we at that time, we did have 5, and now because of what's going on in our lives,
that could be it too.
Because things in this world are topsy-turvy.
It's hard. It's getting more challenging because the negativity of this planet is escalating.
And now an exit point, let's make it clear, is not suicide.
Right.
No.
That's a good point that you brought up. That's not an exit point that we chart.
Right.
And that's the thing, is that sometimes if we want to do that, we usually, not every time, but usually we come back and we chart similar experiences to try again.
Yeah.
Not every
and
time.
Sometimes
sometimes
worse, yeah.
And
it just
sometimes
depends
it's
on the situation.
a more difficult life next time.
Because you made that contract with God,
right.
and you cannot break it.
And it's not because God is, you made this contract,
Yeah.
it's us.
It's us.
We're the ones on the other side
it.
that we want to do this.
Yeah, we want to honor it and keep it. But there are times when things are just so, internally bad that it just happens, and you're not punished for it. You don't go to hell. You don't burn forever, that kind of thing. You're cocooned, and sometimes don't have to come back into life.
Right. We are the one that judges ourselves.
Yeah.
Now
the ones that kind of, and you could still say that there's like a mental imbalance at the time, but whenever you have somebody that has a gun and says, okay, watch me die, to someone else it's a love situation and it's not being reciprocated or whatever, that's more of a maybe come back kind of thing. But you never know. It's case by case basis.
It's definitely, there's no hard line rule.
Exactly. So people out there that their child may have done it and they think, oh my God, they got to come back to a harder life. That's not necessarily true. It's our parents, Mother and Father God, are so very compassionate, and just think about how you would do with your child if they made a mistake.
Exactly.
Would you damn them forever?
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the same kind of situation, I think. There's so much love there.
Oh yeah.
That it's us that want to learn. It's us that want to keep growing and fulfilling whatever we said that we wanted to do. Because we are told before we come in, now, are you sure?
Right.
We have a chamber that we go through before we even go into life that's saying you have one more chance to amend that contract or that chart, and it's up to us. So
it's funny that you bring that up, because in that chamber,
I remember you
with our virtue angel, they go so far as to not argue with us, but to modify our chart, because they can do that. But we are so strong-willed, we want to get these virtues. We want to learn these things,
exactly.
And just like we do right now in life, when we push ourselves out of our comfort zone and we accomplish something,
how good it feels.
Yeah, we're so proud of ourselves. Imagine that.
And that's what we do.
Yeah, on the other side.
Exactly.
We are so proud that we got it. It's just the best feeling.
And it's it's amazing. We always talk about how wonderful it is on the other side and all of that. But we still have to fulfill our chart as best we can, and then go from there.
Yeah.
But we're not trying to tell people, oh God, it's so good on the other side, go.
Right.
You know what I mean? No, that's not what we're here to do. We came here for a purpose. We're spiritual warriors, all of us.
Got the mark.
Show me your mark again, because this was in another video.
There it is.
See that? That is the mark of a spiritual warrior.
Yeah.
Because we were going to talk about in a different video, it's birthmarks.
Yeah.
And I looked down at Chrissy's leg and I went, oh, you have a rune. That's Tiwa's.
Yeah. It's
warrior.
for those
at first I was a little confused. I thought it was
symbols.
Yeah.
And then Vera drew on it so that people could see it.
Yeah.
Awesome. It just appered on my leg.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah. And I like the way it's like aimed towards me.
I know. It's aimed towards Vera. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is cool. So there's all these little things that help us to keep going.
Signs and messages along the way.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, was there anything else that we wanted to point out
No,
about
that was it. That was pretty. I mean, if you have any more
Exit points.
questions about it, but that's basically 101 exit points.
Exit points. And
Yeah.
yes, we do have a Philosophy 101. It's FAQ on our website.
Mhm.
You just go there, soulsenlightenment.com. Check it out. if
There you
want
go.
to Find out more.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, you guys. Hope you have a great week ahead. We'll
Yep,
see you
there you
next
go.
week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.